In this video, I'll look at creating and modifying bones in Autodesk 3ds Max. To create bones, go to the Command panel and choose the Create tab. Then under the Systems button, under Standard, click on Bones. I'll go in a left view and click and drag some bones in. Notice as I click, a bone drags out on the mouse, and clicking to end begins another bone. In this way, those bones are automatically parented. That is, they are selected and linked upstream to their root. I'll click down for the ankle and along for the foot. Finally, one last bone will provide the toe in my rig. I'll right-click to stop creating bones, and it gives me a nub at the end. This is a bone chain, and all the bones are parented. That is, they are linked upstream. Moving a child, such as the lower leg here, actually produces a rotation in the parent when animated. If you select a bone and go to the Modifier panel, you can see some different parameters available. Bones have a width and height. This is really for convenience in scaling to a rig. The width and height doesn't matter as much as where is the pivot of the bone. We also have side fins, and side fins are nice because they let you select a bone as the fin sticks through the mesh. We can take those side fins and bring them out, elongating the front or back or side as we need. This gives you a handle, if you will, that pokes through the character and makes it easy to grab the bone for animation. Finally, if we need to edit our bones, we can go to the Bone Tools. I'll choose Animation and Bone Tools. In the Bone Tools, we have Bone Edit mode. What this lets you do is select and move a bone and scale its children accordingly. I'll click on Bone Edit mode and pick the lower leg. By moving this lower leg bone, it actually scales the parent. This allows me to resize the rig or fit it better to the character. I'll click out of Bone Edit mode, and now moving this bone again produces a rotation in the parent. We've got fin adjustment tools for the bones as well, the same things you find over in the Modifier panel. Finally, down at the bottom, we have Object Properties. What these let you do if you need is designate a bone as stretchy. Sometimes for a character, especially a cartoony one, we want a stretchy rig where the bones can stretch and change length. We have modes of scale and squash, and different axes if we need, and also flipping. This lets us configure the rig as we need to make that character stretch. We can also color bones and mirror them if we need. I'll double-click on the root bone, bone 1, and it selects the whole chain. I'll click on Mirror, and it mirrors them over, and I have an offset available if needed, as well as mirror axis and bone axis to flip. This ensures that when a bone chain is mirrored, such as the left leg to the right leg, that the bones face the right direction, and their axes point in the right direction for alignment and rotation with IK solvers. I'll click on OK, and now I've got two symmetric legs in the start of a rig. We can create bones and attach them to other bones if we need. As an example, I'll go in the front view and draw in a pelvis here. I'll click on Create Bones and start from the tailbone. Go out to the hips and right-click to end. I can do the same over here at the beginning. Notice how whichever bone I have selected actually becomes the root for the next bone created. When I click on Create Bones starting at the pelvis, I can go out to the other side and right-click to end and get a hip nub here. Then I can parent these bones up. I can also reassign the root if needed and possibly eliminate a bone. I'll use Bone Edit mode to smooth these out, and then I can go through and apply my IK solvers as needed. Remember that in 3ds Max, anything can be a bone, and a lot of times we'll see, especially in facial rigging, points, dummies, and splines used as bones. Additionally, any object can have an IK chain applied, but for the best results, especially in exporting to another application such as a game engine, use bones as bones. I need to move this pelvis up to meet up with those legs, and then I can continue building my character and parent the bones together. I'll turn off my bone tools, press L for left view, and select all of those bones. I'll pull them over to where the character's pelvis should be, and there's the start of my rig.